at chapter 2 because I'm going to take my time, and if you want to read it, you can read it. But it has something to do with the cornstalk. It has something to do with God talking about Adam and Eve. If the man is not sent by God, he don't know how to see these things, he's going to take and tell you something different. This is the reason I carried you to Jeremiah chapter 14, where he said, don't take from his prophets. Don't sit. Otherwise, what he said, nothing that we do or say come from ourselves. It come from God, because this is what God gave us to tell people. But when you take from his prophets and you go twist it around and saying this is to pay your light bill, or this is to pay your water bill, or this is to get you a credit where you can go, this is not the works of God. Because Jesus said, any man who desires should take up his cross and come follow him. He didn't say nothing about going getting along. But when that man take what God gives you and take it and twist it around, it doesn't matter who he go in the name of or who he is. When he take it and twist it around and make it a lie, he has defiled his own gum. Because it said in the word of God, we cast out devil in your name, and we demons in your name, we prophesize in your name, but he said, get up from me, I know you not. He was talking about these days where the man had taken and defied his coming by, taking the word of God and changing and transcending it into a pool of well. Chapter 2, Ecclesiastes. I said in my heart, go to now. I will prove thee with miracles. Therefore enjoy pleasure, and behold, this also is vanity. I said, laughter, it is mad and of mirth. What does it? I sought in my heart to give myself unto wine, yet acquiring my heart with wisdom, and to lay hold on folly, till I might see that God for the sons of men, that good for the sons of men, which they shall do understand the heavens all the day of their life. I made me great works. I built me houses. I planted me vineyards. I made me gardens and orchards, and I planted trees in them of all kinds of fruit. Listen at this. I made me pools of water to water therewith the woods that bringeth forth trees. I got me servants and maid, and had servants born in my house. Also I had great possession of great and small cows above all that were in Jerusalem before me. I gathered me also silver, gold, and peculiar treasure of kings and of prophets. I gathered men singers and women singers, and the delight of the sons of men as musical instruments, and then of all sorts. So I was great increased more than all that were before me in Jerusalem. Also my heart remains with me. Also my wisdom remains with me. And whatsoever my eyes desire, I kept not from them. I withheld not my heart from men any joy, or my heart rejoiced in all my labor. And this was the portion of my labor. Then I looked on all the works that my hand had wrought, and on the labor that I had labored to do. And behold, all was vanity and vexation of spirit, and there was no profit under the sun. And I turned myself to behold wisdom and madness and folly. But what can the man do that cometh after the king? Even that which has been already done. Okay, now I want to go to chapter 3 and read to you that part. Ecclesiastes chapter 3. To every man, everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the sun. He's talking about the freeway that God created in Adam and Eve, where it was a season to do certain things, that it was transcendent season, even though it's the same tree, it bears the same fruit, but it's a different fruit in a different season because the mindset of men have changed. The heart. What this season tells us, in the days of John the Baptist, in the days of Daniel, in the beginning of time, and the beginning of Alexander the Great, they had weapons of mass destruction, but they couldn't destroy the entire world with it. But God spoke of in the revelation of time that the time would change, but it's the same old tree bearing the same old fruit, but in different in characteristic, but it's exactly the same old tree. When Alexander came in with the mindset to destroy the infrastructure of God. But he could not do this because he had only moved up to a part of the freeways and the byways, and he began to go around in circles. But there was a man God sent, which was born by the spirit of Elijah, to prepare the way for the return of Jesus Christ, the birth of Jesus Christ. But in a due season, as we moved down the freeway and they created manufactured spaceships, ships run by nuclear power, and all of these nuclear weapons, there had to be a man created by God the Father who would come from the beginning of the world, which was part of the sacrifice, who would speak to the peoples and reveal the revelation of the spaceship, who would speak to the people and reveal the significance of Daniel the prophet, who would speak to the people and tell them these weapons of mass destruction God spoke of from the foundation to glorify God. That he spoke of the United States from the beginning. And at the arrival of the United States of America and the characteristic of the weapon that they would use upon his people, weapons of fire, of having nuclear capabilities, which was not in the revelation of time, when Alexander the Great, when he speak these things to the preacher man and he receives the message, because of the fear of his heart, he will not speak to the congregation, but speak to the prophets of old in their tongue. Even though the same tree, it be bearing different fruits.